I recently found out that you're colorblind. What is that like? How is it like that in the cage?
And the cage is actually a really good question. Highlights. I want people to be excited. Whether I'm winning or losing, they're going to spend like an exciting fight.
Welcome to the Prospectrix YouTube channel, and today I'm interviewing Diego Sanchez. How are you doing, bro?
How are you doing, Papa?
It's good to see you. Okay, so let's just start this off. What is your name, your age, and the weight that you fight at?
Diego Sanchez, right? People confuse me with the other Diego Sanchez, the
Yeah.
niner, but I'm like, fuck that. I just turned 25 last weekend, and I've been fighting from like 155 all the way to 170. But my preferred range would be 160, 155.
Seeing your last three fights, you were 3-0 undefeated, and you're a very good fighter, heavy-handed, hard hitter. You have good skill when it comes to striking and fighting. So going forward, you have a lot of momentum being undefeated. So the people viewing and learning about you like right now, could you tell them about your story, your upbringing, and how you got into MMA?
Yeah. I actually tell them, me as a kid, like growing up, usually I'm not from here, from the U.S., I'm from Honduras, born and raised, right? And then the way we used to like squabble beef, it was like right after school. It was like, oh, okay, we see each other right after school, because if we do it during school, we'll get in trouble. But if we do it after school, where we could walk away and then there's no adults, we can handle business, right? So I had like a little record, and then I was the only one who would fight like bigger kids and stuff like that. So I always liked to fight. But actual formal training, I started really late. I started when I was 22, like about 3 years ago. 3 years and a couple months, maybe I could not tell. But I started fighting because it goes beyond that. Me initially, I thought it was a joke, but I just saw a TikTok and he said like, "Oh, you want to get girls? Go learn some fighting skill." I was like, "All right, bet." And I used that as an excuse, but in reality, it's deeper than that. Like I started fighting because I was going to college, and then I didn't really need, like, I took my 8A, and then I didn't really knew what I wanted to do in my life. So I started fighting, and that fighting gave me discipline, motivation, and like a sense or like a path to walk, some direction.
Yeah.
And that's why I started fighting. And then everything else that I had or like I've been earning is just an extra for me.
Yeah. So would you say? So you were fighting in elementary school?
Bro, elementary school, yeah. I was like fighting since kid, but it was because I love to scrap. I just need a reason to fight.
Yeah. No, for me, I remember in elementary school, I wouldn't like get into fights, but I'll be pulling those girls, and like whenever my friends would come in and start trying to be competition, I would race them. I would be like, yo, like, let's race. And then I would race them all the time, I'd always win. Yeah, I stopped running in middle school, and then I got fat.
Damn, I was a tracker too. I got a couple medals too.
You were one of the few fighters that represent Honduras, if I said that right.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you personally?
I will say, I will take it even further, like as a native from Honduras, like actually born and raised, because I came here in 2018.
Yeah.
I take a lot of pride in being a pioneer. Like I'm guiding. I'm like doing the role for everyone who's behind me, or everyone who's next to me. I'm like trying to be one of the first one, if not the first one, to make a clear way for all the kids that are dreaming about it. And then there's like no resources or there's no way to do it. I'll be that guy.
Yeah.
That's what I take a lot of pride in that. It's not mainly for me right now. At this point, it's more about legacy rather than my own dream. It became like at some point somewhere it was all about me. It was all about Diego from Honduras. That's just part of it. But right now, like I'm seeing the bigger picture as I'm growing. I'm like, it's all about legacy.
Yeah.
And then I like what I'm doing right now. And then I'm thinking for like by the time I'm like 50, 45 or something, I want kids coming to me and like asking for advice, or like opening a gym and having these kids run the streets, like fighting for them to be here.
Yeah, I respect that.
There's
My question for you: what was it like growing up, and then turning into an MMA fighter? And as you grew up, was there any roadblocks mentally, physically, financially that you got through?
Oh yeah, all the time. There's roadblocks every time, like every time. They're not gonna like. There's always gonna be an obstacle, right? But going to the beginning of your question, is like me growing up, I didn't know what to do. I was just gonna go the college way and stuff. But it was really hard for me because I came here to a country that I'm not used to. I didn't know the culture. I didn't know the education system or how it works. So it was like, but, and then I started fighting, right? And then once I started fighting, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. And then I went to trade school so I can maintain or sustain financially my dream. But it was really hard because you get no support. Like it's low key, the system is not working really well to your favor. So this is like one of the many roadblocks that I had. It was when I was training. Like I was training as when I was training, I was getting many odd jobs, like really like super late shift or like graveyard shift or
like trying to get by.
Yeah, trying, and then I was living paycheck. I was like, bro, I cannot do this job. I wasn't fully concentrating to fighting it. And I'm naturally, but just naturally, I'm a competitive person. And I was competing every fucking weekend, and then that takes a lot of money. You gotta pay because no one's paying for me. Like you gotta pay your the fees just to like compete, and the food, and the gas money,
the travel, and the expenses,
plus your rent, like your regular bills, and then I was like scrapping by. So I went to school, did my AA. My AA didn't like get me like a good decent job. I went, and then after that I went to vocational school. I become an electrical apprentice. I'm still an apprentice right now, and that's how I'm paying. And I'm getting in like a full-time job, but I'm paying. I'm sustaining my dream like that. Yeah. And then the roadblock that I'm having now is that I don't have the free time that I used to have with the odd jobs. You know, because you can build your schedule, but right now, you work with what you have. You know, I'm working all the way in the Irvine, so when I'm like pretty much traveling 2 hours, 1 hour in on my way in, 2 hours and a half on my way back, and then. I'm not even shower. I'm all musty. I'm full of fiber plastics and stuff. And then I gotta go and then to training, and then I train for an hour and a half or two of the specifics or whatever that I need to work around my schedule. And then I just gotta go back to sleep and go to sleep and then repeat it all over again.
Yeah, damn. So it shows how bad you really want it. You know?
Yeah.
And like something about that, a lot of people don't know to talk about is like it just shows that, like you're taking a big risk.
Yeah.
The fact that you work so hard and all the other free time you have, it really goes to just training and just to achieving your goals. Like that's like the risk that people take in life. Like a lot of people when it comes to like risk, like people think it's all about just like wasting money, but it's also wasting time.
Yeah.
You need, like not wasting, not like you need to put time, put effort, put money into risking for those dreams. And a lot of people don't really understand that. So seeing that you have to work, drive all the way back, and then right when you get there, like you said, musty, covered in fiberglass, you're already tired from working, and you have to get on the mat. It just shows how bad you want it, you know?
Yeah, I apologize for my training partners. They smell me all musty. And I gotta go out to train, but I cannot do it anyway.
No, it doesn't matter. I began on the mat, and some people be stinking anyway.
For real, huh?
Okay, so after watching your 3 fights, I noticed that you're a very heavy hitter, but you're calculated with it. Does your strength come naturally, or did you have to train for it?
I feel like due to my size or the way I'm built, I'm a stocky short guy. But me personally, I never thought I was strong because when just like I would go to a regular gym and try to lift bench press and stuff like that, I felt weak. Yeah. But throughout the time, people have told me that I'm really strong, but it's like not like. It's like a talent of me, but me personally, I don't feel like super strong. I feel like stronger people in my life. But people always say me like I'm naturally strong. But when it comes to heavy hitting, I would say I'm not a heavy hitter yet. Yeah, that's a skill I would develop. But when I do hit hard, it's like I'm trying to like knock you out. But usually, I never got the chance to actually feel my strength. You know, in a sense, you know what I mean? Yeah. Most of the time, it's like when they're holding pads and I get to hit. But even on my fight. Well, actually, on my last fight, I was able to hit some guy with my full strength, but he just ate it. Yeah. He just ate it. He just
some people are just like,
damn.
They just take whatever.
But, and the calculated part is I'm short. I'm short. Like, my wingspan is barely 5 feet. It's like 66 inches or some shit. Yeah. And then it's like most of the time, most of the people are fighting, by default, they're bigger than me and they got bigger reach than me. So I need to get used to, like, going in without getting hit and then try to like land a shot without getting hit at the same time. So I really like volume and I like pace, but like if I do that, I'm gonna take a risk and I can probably, especially all these lanky guys, they're really precise. So if you give them a chance, boom, you're getting knocked out. You're getting you're getting at least wobble,
Mm-hmm.
and that's some damage I don't want. Like I'm not willing to take.
Yeah, I understand. When you're in the cage, other than fighting for yourself, who else would you say that you fight for?
For now, I will say I'm still fighting for myself because fighting means a lot to me.
Mhm.
Like, it's who I am right now. Well, it's partly who I am right now, who I became. And I really like who I'm becoming right now. But if I had to say so, it would be to the people that support me and my family. Because there's sometimes I'm telling you, like my last fight, I didn't really want to fight. I felt like I was emotionally in a bad place, and then.
Mm-hmm.
And then all these people were supporting me, and they were saying like they believe in in Diego, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even though that I was abandoning myself, they were believing in me, and that kind of like support me and push me up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing it for the people, like all my friends that support me, all the people that believe in my vision, and then my family that believe in my vision. People will tell you like when you take a risk is, how can I tell you, like you take a risk and you're by yourself, but no, there's some people who will support you as well. You got a lot of people who will talk shit about you, but there's other people who see your growth, who see the grind, and
Yeah.
they're gonna support you as well.
One thing about like the people who like will talk shit or say anything, one thing that's really important is you always have to look at the perspective of where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like they don't even know where they're coming from, but what they're coming from is like when they say that you're not going to do something, you can't do something, or you won for certain random reasons, it's because they're thinking of what you're doing in your position. Like my favorite quote from like Jay-Z, he was in an interview, and he was talking about people who would badmouth and like not believe in his plans. And what he said is, when people say no, you can't do it, he says, no, you can't. And what that means is like people, when they put themselves in your shoes, they don't have those dreams, they don't have those goals, they don't have that confidence.
Yeah.
So
That's actually true. Like, but that's what I was gonna say. Like, there's some people, like the people who I really don't care about the people who really believe in me.
mm-hmm.
I'm caring for the people who actually see the vision. Like, they pick me up when I'm not there. When I'm not fully there, they're the one who picks me up, and they're like, you have this. Like, I've been watching you, I've been seeing you. Like, I do believe in this. And that's something that's like gratifying because it's like they believe in the vision, and then it's like something they believe in more than yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like really like grateful for that.
Yeah, of course. I recently found out that you're colorblind. What is that like, and how is it like that in the cage, being colorblind?
And the cage is actually a really good question. How would I say? So being colorblind growing up, it's pretty normal because you never know you're colorblind.
Yeah.
So for instance, let's say like they're calling something blue, for me it was green, but I didn't know it because at the time I didn't know I was colorblind until like I found out when I was like 18 actually. I found out I was colorblind when I was 18, and then I was taking some college designing classes, and I was doing some college stuff, and then I almost failed because of fucking color. And then I had a discussion with my master that I went, and then that same weekend I went to get my eye checked, and then I was like, by default it was colorblind. But until then I didn't know what color was that. So, but it was pretty normal, like growing up with that, it's just a habit, it's just pretty normal.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, like I confuse greens with blues, and then sometimes grays, they look gray and purple, and then purple they look brown. So it's like but you get used to it, and then by now if I see something that is green, probably it might be gray or blue. You know, and then I always ask people. But in the cage, that's the more like interesting experience because when you're in the cage, you immediately you're whether you want it or not, you're entering survival mode. Your brain immediately, like, you cannot control that. So you're able to hear only your coaches. Your brain shuts down all the useless information. But for me, it goes even beyond that. After getting rid of all the noises, all the people screaming, and then just just hearing my coaches, for me everything turns great. No color.
Really?
I don't detect color at all. Like everything's gray or like black and white. And then probably I can notice just like a really dot of color. Like probably let's say like he's wearing like a red short. I notice just the short, but everything else is just great. It feels like a video game. It's like really interesting.
Yeah.
In the cage, everything turns great. Like I'm just super focused.
Yeah, probably because it's like all the motion too. I feel like every single time I wrestled, like, I know before you get in the cage, like, you have those nerves. Nerves. So you're so locked in when you're on the mat or in the cage. And I feel like whenever I would wrestle, like, I wouldn't like I could like barely see because we're just like hand tying all
Yeah.
that. And all the vibrations, it's just straight motion.
Yeah, it's straight motion like
Yeah.
that. And that's what I mean. My brain just get rid of all color, like
Mhm.
completely, like all color is gone, and I'm like, oh shit. Like
Yeah.
after my fight, that's when I realized, or like I had the time to process it. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh,
Yeah.
this is what it is.
When you're not fighting and you're not working, like what do you like to do for entertainment or to relax, or like what do you watch?
For entertainment, before, like younger me, I would watch anime a lot. Like I
Mhm.
would binge watch.
Yeah.
But lately, I find a group of friends, like outside of fighting. 'Cause
Mhm.
most of my friends are from fighting, but I find a group of friends, are like really small group of friends, they're really young.
Uh-huh.
And then we just hang out. I really like hanging out. I really started enjoying
Yeah.
that. But with like not your regular. For instance, we go to abandoned places.
Mhm.
Or like we go to we just do like extreme hiking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like really young stuff.
Mhm.
That's what I do for entertainment.
All that active
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah.
Because usually when you're training, like you need to give up something, right? Whether
Yeah.
it's money, whether it's and then if you give money, like let's say like me personally, I don't want to give up money because I want to like live comfortable.
Mhm.
Well, not comfortable, but like I want to have my own space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether you either give up money, your social, or actual training. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
There's some people that give up training and then they have the other two. There's some people who give up social and they have the
Yeah.
other two. Or you give up money and then you got the other two. You got
Mhm.
social. And me personally, I give up when I'm like right now when I'm training. I barely get to see any of my friends or anyone that I really care for.
Yeah.
I barely get to see them. But after, if I'm not in training camp or stuff like that, I'm like, I don't take nothing for guarantee, and then I like to hang out with my people because you never know. Like,
Yeah.
let's say like in one of those training camps, you're like, something happened to someone, and then you're like, fuck, what?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Because like with all that discipline, it just like takes away so much like time and opportunities. Yeah. So I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I remember all the times where like my friends would be like, "Hey, let's go out to eat," and I'm like, "No, I'm cutting."
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
just like that. You know what I mean?
No, I'm cutting. I can't.
Yeah.
I can go on a hike though.
Yeah, exactly, just like that. So, but yeah, that's what I do in my free time. For now, I just go out with my friends.
Yeah.
But we do a lot of crazy shit. Not gonna lie,
Mhm.
I cannot disclose it right now, but
Yeah.
we do a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah. So, why should viewers and fans tune in to you in your fight on October 11th? What type of performance are you going to put on?
So far, I feel like I'm so lived in mentally that I feel like this is gonna be one of my best performances
Mhm.
ever, like ever.
Yeah.
Period. I don't have a lot of fights, but like my fourth one's gonna get better, and I'm gonna just keep going. The reason that why people should tune in, even though that my style is quote unquote boring, not hugging or whatever they call it, wrestling style,
Mhm.
I make sure people to be entertained however I can, and people
Yeah.
love to watch my fight.
Yeah.
And then you can ask anybody. You can go watch my fight. You're gonna see someone flying, whether it's me or my opponent, but someone's flying for sure.
Okay, dope. I can't wait to see it. Okay, so my platform, Prospectrix, it's to give exposure to unseen athletes and give them the spotlight and investment opportunities.
Yes, sir.
If investors and fans could invest into you as a fighter, what makes you the best prospect?
Me, for sure. Like going back to the question from before, I'm really an entertaining guy,
Mhm.
and I got no filters too. Whether
Mhm.
outside or inside of the cage, you're like I am who I am.
Yeah.
People, you barely know me. Like you barely know how to exchange, but people always have a laugh. People feel comfortable with me.
Yeah.
And then in the cage, you're gonna see people sharing my stuff. You're gonna see people. You're gonna get attention regardless.
Yeah.
Regardless of the point, you're gonna see a lot of people watching me. You're gonna see a lot of people supporting me, and
Mhm.
then I'm really good at building a community. So you're gonna have a strong community supporting whatever your product, your area, whatever it is. As long as it is aligned with my belief and my moral views too as well.
Mhm.
So pretty much, you got all eyes on me right now. Plus, everyone in Honduras, it doesn't look like, but everyone in Honduras is starting to watch me. I started to get on national TV and stuff like that, and I got a lot of messages with people saying like, "Yo, I really like what you're doing. Like, help me out. What do I do?" Like, asking for advice or stuff like that.
Yeah, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love also being able to like help other people. You know, especially like when you're helping yourself.
Yeah.
Like, cause like a lot of people will ask me all the time about like nothing. There's nothing I love to see more than seeing people reach their potential. That's why I wanted to make Prospectrix. So like whenever people like come up to me like at the gym, like asking what to eat, what to do that, like I love to do it. It's such a satisfying feeling being able to give others what you worked for on yourself. You know what I mean?
Now, I'm really grateful too because you're giving me the platform. Man, I was gonna ask how you came up with the idea, but you just answered it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this means a lot to me, bro. Because you barely get the platform. You gotta be able to yourself, and then you're like willing to do it, and even for free to people. That's like props to you, bro. That means a lot.
A ginormous majority of viewers only watch the fight night highlight. What do viewers not know that most fighters have to go through on the day-to-day?
It's the harshest, man. The daily battles, the daily struggles. I can show you the fighter, even at fight night, they're emotionally vulnerable. It's like really a vulnerable sport. Whether you want to, there's always a winner, there's always a loser. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, it's really weird when you get a draw. That's like, but it's the daily battles, like the emotional battles, your mental battles. Whether you're like struggling financially or like let's say like at the moment you're like putting a lot of time in your training, and then your girl is like you're not getting me time, and then she just broke off with you, and then you gotta do these things with a broken heart, or like you gotta do let's like your granny passed away, and then you still gotta train.
Yeah.
Cause the mats are unforgiving. Like have you ever heard about mats don't lie? Have you seen mats don't lie or mats don't lie?
Mats don't lie. Is that like a saying?
It's like a saying.
I mean, like I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Because like I remember in the past, like I remember my junior year, like we had senior night duel. I mean, I was a junior, but I was wrestling this one kid, and he was ranked in state.
Yeah.
And then just like for that whole week, I just like practiced as hard as possible, cut weight the best way. And then when I wrestled him, I was so nervous. 30 seconds in, he does a fireman's carry, puts me straight to my back. My whole family's watching, and I was like, just like, damn, because like they don't know.
Yeah,
they'll see you in the mat for the first time in person, and then they could easily think like, oh yeah, this guy's shit.
Yeah, but they don't know. But exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. So pretty much, the mats are unforgiving. You need to put a lot of time on it.
Yeah.
And that's the only way you can back it up. There's no. And then to everyone who's watching, there's no secret to this. Like you just need to show up.
Yeah.
And put in the time. But going back to it, it's just a daily struggle, bro. Like. Like, I'll give you an example. I'll be vulnerable to you right now. Like, let's say, like, around in April, I just finished up, like, a long 3 years relationship or whatever. And I had to fight for July, and then I was going up to the gym. No, I didn't tell no one about it. And I just showed up, and I was just straight poker face. And then outside of the match, I'm, like, battling your demons or stuff like that. And then I got laid off from my early work, like, around February. So I had to, like, look for jobs and stuff like that. So it was like a lot, like your daily battles. Those are like the gruesome battle. That's the battle that people don't see us. They think we're fighters, we're tough, we are like this is how we actually are. Like we're like this tough guy who lift weights, who punch people. But no, we're more than that. We're human.
Yeah.
We struggle with the same shit you guys struggle with.
Yeah, I think seeing that you say that like you went through that in April and you got laid off, and even though you had to sit with it by yourself and deal with all that emotion, that's honestly the best thing that you can do. Because one thing is, like, when a lot of people are struggling with something, they'll find dependency on other people.
Yeah.
Or other stuff like smoking or, like, doing other stuff, just, like, gratification, instant gratification. Because it's so accessible. But the thing is, like, as a fighter, you're also fighting mentally. And seeing the fact that you're able to get in the cage in your mind and get through that shit on your own, it really shows the mental and physical fortitude that you have.
Actually, you bring that up. I feel like even thanks to that, even now, I feel like I'm more emotionally mature. Like, I developed. Oh, you're good. Okay. Yeah. I developed empathy, and then all these like mature adult shit that I didn't thought I was not gonna get. Never. But it showed me, like you were saying, like especially mental fortitude, and then I was able not to rely it on like instant gratification stuff.
In 10 years, what do you want people to think when they hear the name Diego Sanchez?
Me?
Yeah.
Highlights. I want people to be excited.
Mm-hmm.
I want, like, when they say my name, they immediately, like, whether I'm winning or losing, they're gonna spend like an exciting fight, an entertainment fight. This is what, pretty much, if you think or not, this is an entertainment rather than an actual sport. And then you want people to be entertained. You know, like at least take the fight is what if you're fighting not. If you're not fighting like main event or stuff, you're fighting for 15 minutes only.
Yeah.
Or you're doing 25. At least I want to take those 15 minutes to make you feel entertained, forget about everything else that's going on in your life.
Yeah. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
When I was training last weekend,
Yeah.
I saw that cool ass tattoo on your back. What's the reason behind it? And are you gonna get another one after?
Yeah, I'm gonna get like way more tats. First of all, for everyone, I'm gonna just go red ink tats, like just red ink, because I feel like right now I'm sunburned.
Oh, just red ink?
Yeah, just red ink.
That's tough. It's unique too.
I haven't seen people like that, but I'm gonna just go straight up red ink, and because I feel like it goes well with my skin color. But that's just me. I really like it. Whatever, anyone else can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But I got inspired. Like I always wanted a back tattoo. Because there's some. But I got heavily inspired by the Tuporia tats and the McGregor tats. Even I remember watching the first time I saw McGregor fight. I really liked it too, but I never got an idea. But it's pretty much it doesn't have a lot of meaning. It's just like my past self and who am I becoming. Yeah. And then there's a cross right there on my back. It's just a cross that I carry with, which mark my daily life. But it's pretty much that's it.
Do you think anyone that gets in the mat and stays consistent with it can be successful?
Yeah, 100%. As long as you stay in the mat. For some people, it takes longer than others, but as long as you stay in the mat, there's no secret to it. You just gotta be showing up and being disciplined. Like you can become, like even if you really wanted to, you can become a champion. And like as long as I see you on the mat, you're gonna become whatever you want to become.
Yeah. I always tell everyone this whenever someone comes to me for advice on like, oh, like blah blah with my girl, blah 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 with this, blah blah with school. I want to get better in the gym. I always tell them consistency. Consistency will make you smarter, more knowledgeable.
Yeah.
In the gym will make you more athletic, more endurance. But the key to consistency, I tell everyone this. You have to be stronger than your excuses.
100%.
In the day-to-day life, there will be excuses to excuse everything. Everything. You need to be stronger than that.
Yeah, and that takes a lot on you. Me, when I was 21, I would make excuses for everything. I would make any type of excuse, but I'm really glad. That's why, going back, I'm really glad who I am right now. I just do. Like, whenever I want something, I just do it. I just do it, and I don't make excuses for it. And I know what it comes with.
Yeah.
So that's actually like a really good take. Like, you need to be stronger than.
Yeah.
I'm not take that too hard, bro.
If someone is struggling mentally or physically, and in the same exact situation as you as a fighter, what would you tell them?
It had to be like I need to know the exact situation. I need to know what situation will be. But it's like if it's on a similar situation, is don't give up.
Yeah.
Like don't give up, whatever it is. Like don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dream. Because whether you want it or not, whether you believe, whatever is your belief or whoever you believe on, it's gonna be gratifying. Gonna be worth it. Because right around the corner, you're gonna all the suffering you've been through is gonna go away, and then you're gonna. It might look like you're doing stuff for getting a reward, but in reality, you're gonna get reward regardless, in any form or any way. So just stick to it and reach out to people. Like reach out to people when you feel like you're by yourself and you cannot do it. Reach out to people because those are the people that save me. They can save you as well. You're not alone.
If you could send a message to the viewers and the future fans investing in your journey, what would you say to them?
First of all, I'm grateful to everyone who support my life, who support my dream and my vision. And second of all, somehow or some way, in whatever form that I can, I will repay the how can I say? I will repay the kindness that I'm receiving from them.
Mm-hmm.
Future, present, and past people who support me. Like, and I don't really like calling them fans because I really like I tend to get I really like to get to know people and then they support me. I like to talk to them and stuff. But like I'm grateful to everyone, and I will repay
Of course.
your kindness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Diego, that's all I have for you today.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you so much for coming, bro. I can't wait to make content in the future. And stay tuned, everybody. More videos to come.